Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to give you the Facebook ad strategy that I recommend for testing new products. So first, why Facebook ads? With over 2 billion monthly active users on Facebook and Instagram, it is the largest advertising platform in the world. Your customer is on their platform. Everybody you know is either on Facebook or on Instagram, which means your customer is there and you should be in front of them. Facebook ads is the most powerful advertising algorithm in history. They have so much data on their users. For the last 5 to 10 years, most websites have had a Facebook pixel on their site, which tracks what people do. So if you're looking at beauty products, for example, Facebook knows. So because of this, the algorithm is extremely powerful and it knows what people want. It has more data than any other company in the world. More data than TikTok, more data than Pinterest. When it comes to advertising and selling physical products online, Facebook ads is the absolute king. Next, it is scalable. You can build a 7 to 8 figure business just using Facebook ads. There are very few platforms out there that you can achieve this on. You can build an entire business using one ad platform. Now, obviously, it's best practice to diversify your traffic. Once you have Facebook working, you want to get Google set up, Pinterest, TikTok, whatever can work, you want to get. But in the beginning, Facebook ads is more than enough to really build your business to 7 figures. And just to make it clear, Facebook ads, it includes Instagram as well. So don't think you're only targeting people on Facebook. When you run Facebook ads, you're also targeting people on Instagram. So next, sourcing creative. Once you've picked a good product that solves a problem and hits the winning product criteria, the creative is the most important variable for Facebook ad success. The creative is the actual video ad that you're running. The creative demonstrates how the product works and it sells the customer before they go to your website. On Facebook ads, it's not targeting, it's not interests, it's not ad strategy that really moves the needle. It's creative. The creative is the most important part of your ad campaign. Remember, a good creative only comes from a winning product. If you fail, it's only due to 2 reasons. Either the product wasn't good enough or the creative wasn't good enough. If you've picked a good product and it's not working, it usually comes back to the creative. So don't underestimate how important the creative really is when it comes to success. There are 2 ways to source creative. Number 1 is to film your own creative, and number 2 is to buy it online. The first way, to film your own creative, you need to order samples. So you can get your product from AliExpress, from Amazon, from eBay, and once you receive it, you need photography and videography skills to film really good creative. In addition, you can send products to influencers. So you can go on Instagram, reach out to a bunch of influencers in your niche and ask them if they can film videos for you in exchange for a free product. But I don't recommend these 2 methods. For most of you, I recommend buying creative online. And you can get creative from sites such as Viral Ecom Ads, Bands Off Ads, Billo, and Fiverr. So Viral Ecom Ads and Bands Off Ads are recommended for testing products, right? What these guys do is they go online, they go to YouTube, they go to Vimeo, they go to AliExpress, they find content online, they clip it and edit it together and create a video ad for you. Now, obviously, you guys can do this yourself. If you have video editing skills, then you can go online and find content and edit it together. You can use a software such as InVideo to do that. But for most of you, I don't recommend it. And the reason for this is, if you don't have video editing skills, it can be very hard to get it right. So it's much better for you guys to go ahead and pay for creatives and get it done properly. For custom content, I recommend Billo and Fiverr. So when you're testing, I don't recommend getting custom content. I recommend getting content from Viral Ecom Ads and Bands Off Ads. But once you're scaling, you want to get custom content that you film yourself. So I recommend Billo and Fiverr for this. So for both Viral Ecom Ads and Bands Off Ads, both of these services have given The Real World a discount code. So if you use the code TheRealWorld25, you'll get 25% off all of your orders. So here we are on Viral Ecom Ads. I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of their website and which video ads you should purchase. For Facebook ads, I always recommend getting the split testing ad package. They will give you 4 variations of that one video with a different intro hook. The reason you want a different intro hook is so Facebook can really optimize and pick the best video for you. So as you can see here, you want to get 1. You don't need a thumbnail or image ad, and you don't need a story ad. It costs $60 to get 1 video ad, but with the discount code, it should only cost you $45. So as you can see here, you get 4 video ad variations. You get a video that's 30 to 45 seconds in length. You get a video script and sales copy. It's tailored towards Facebook and Instagram, and you get unlimited revisions within 7 days. So when you purchase a service like this, you have to work with the video ad service to make it perfect for you. Don't expect the first video ad, the first draft, to be absolutely perfect. So once you've ordered, speak to them so you can get the video ad that you want. The next service is Bands Off Ads. They're very similar to viral e-com ads. So here we are inside their dashboard. This is the package I recommend, the split testing package with 3 different variations. And as you can see, you don't need GIFs, you don't need a voiceover. It costs $65, but we have a 25% discount code for this package. So this is the package that I recommend for Facebook ads. Next, you have Billo. Now, with Billo, this is where we start getting into custom content. With Billo, you have to order your product, send it to an influencer, and they will create the content for you. This is a much better way of getting video ads made. But I don't recommend doing this when you're just testing a product. This process can take a very long time. It could take 2 to 4 weeks to get one video ad back. And if your product isn't already good, then there's no point doing it. So Billo is the first place to go to get custom UGC content. As you can see here, you can get basic quality UGC videos for $59. So I definitely recommend using Billo to get custom content. They'll film content for you, they'll send it back, they'll send back a bunch of raw footage. Then you can go to Fiverr and get a video editor who can put all those videos together. And finally, you have Fiverr. Fiverr is a great marketplace. It's a great place to get many services. You want to type e-commerce, video production. You can try different terms, film custom content, video production, and you want to find someone that will film professional content for you. You don't want people who will do what viral e-com ads do, because it won't be cheaper and the quality won't be as good. You want to find people who will custom film content for you. So for example, let me click onto this seller here. You have to send her the product and she will film custom content for you. So when you're scaling, I recommend using Fiverr and Billo to get custom content made, so your ads are your own creative content. Next, setting up your ads manager. Before you start running ads, you need to set up your ads manager. So the first thing you have to do is go ahead and create a business account and an ad account. In the store setup module, I show you exactly how to do this. I show you how to set up your business account, your ad account, your business page, and pixel. So make sure you create a business account, an ad account, a business page, set up your pixel, and verify your domain. After you've done that, make sure you go ahead and prioritize your web events. Before running ads on Facebook, you need to prioritize your web events. The 4 events you need to prioritize are purchase, initiate checkout, add to cart, and view content. A guide on how to do this is available in the store setup module. And finally, before launching ads, you need to have your ad copy and creatives ready. Next, the Facebook ad strategy that I want you to use to launch your first product. The daily budget for Facebook ads is $50 per day, and I want you to launch 5 ad sets at $10 each. And make sure you enable ad set budget optimization and not campaign budget optimization. Next, you want to create a sales campaign optimized for purchase, set it to auto placements, and set the attribution window to 7-day click or 1-day view. After that, you want to pick 5 interests that fit your product and audience. Ideally 1 million and above in size. So make sure you pick interests that aren't too small. You need to have large interests so Facebook can really show your ads to a lot of people. As for ideas regarding interests, you want to put general keywords, brands, magazines, TV shows, public figures, and celebrities. Anything that's really related to your product, brand, and audience. Inside each ad set, you want to put at least 3 to 4 different creatives in each ad set. Facebook will optimize and show the best creative to your customers. And finally, once you launch your ads, you want to wait at least 2 to 3 days before analyzing results. It takes time for the algorithm to optimize and for Facebook to learn who your customer is. Now, if this is a little bit confusing, don't worry. In the next video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up your first Facebook ad campaign. Okay guys, here we are in the Meta Business Suite. I'm going to show you how to set up your first ever Facebook ad campaign. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you go to the Ads Manager. The Ads Manager is where all the magic happens. This is where you're going to create your ad sets and start running your ads. So here we are in the Ads Manager. The first thing you have is the campaign level, then you have the ad set level, and then you have the ads. So with the campaign, you pick what you want the overall campaign to optimize for. In the ad set level, you pick your targeting, your age, your gender, and demographics. And then in the ad section, you pick your ad creatives and the actual ad you're going to run. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and click create and then scroll below and optimize for sales. The only objective you're going to be optimizing for when you set up your ad campaign is sales. So always pick sales. Go below and name your campaign. I'm going to call this one the boxing resistance bands, because we're going to be promoting that product. So go here and write boxing resistance bands, the ad set level. I'm going to put the name of the first interest. And at the ad level, I'm going to put V1. Once you've done that, go ahead and click continue. On the campaign level, you want to scroll below and you want to make sure catalog is turned off, A/B test is turned off, and advantage campaign budget is turned off. Once that's done, go to the ad set level. In the ad set level, this is where you set the targeting for your ads. This is where you choose the age, the gender, the demographic, and the interests. Go below and make sure you select your pixel and make sure you optimize for purchase. A major mistake a lot of people do is they don't optimize for purchase. If you optimize for add to cart, view content, initiate checkout, or anything else, you won't be getting sales. So make sure you optimize for purchase. If you have this warning, you can completely ignore it. Once you start getting in sales, it will go away. And then go below, make sure dynamic creative is turned off. Make sure you're optimized for conversions and you leave the cost per result goal empty. Go below, click show more options. Make sure it's set to 7-day click and 1-day view. Make sure you're set to impression and standard. And then go below, and here you want to set the budget for the ad set, right? To start with, I want you guys to spend at least $10 per ad set. So go here and put in $10. As for the start date, you want to put the next day. So you want to put the next day and you want to put midnight. You want to set the ads to start at midnight so they can spend your budget throughout the whole day and not in a few hours. And then go below and make sure you don't select set an end date. After that, go below, show more options, and make sure your ads are showing all the time. Next, you have the audience section. This is the section where you set the audience targeting. This is the part where you choose who you want your ads to be shown to. So for example purposes, we're going to put our country as the United States. Now, like I say in the course multiple times, you want to start with the country you live in. If you live in the US, if you live in the UK, Australia, Canada, France, Germany, or wherever you live, you want to start in your country. So I recommend putting only one country here. And then go below, and I always recommend leaving the age broad and leave the gender broad. Let Facebook choose who they want your ad to be shown to. You might think, oh, my product is only for women, but men might be buying it for their girlfriend, for their wife, for their mother or sister. So you always want to leave the age and gender broad and let Facebook optimize. After you've done that, here you want to set the detailed targeting. So in terms of targeting, right, as I showed earlier in the video, for your product, you want to find keywords, brands, magazines and TV shows, public figures and celebrities. And then you can go down here into detailed targeting and you can write down a certain interest. Once again, we're running ads for a boxing resistance band. Now this is a good way to find interest ideas. You go in here and you type boxing. Once you type boxing, you go below, you click suggestions, and Facebook will show you many more interests that are similar to boxing. So this is a great place to get ideas. Now guys, remember, you want to pick one interest per ad set. The reason for this is you want each individual ad set to target a different audience so you know which performs best. So you always want to do one interest per ad set. Once you've done that, make sure you've set it to all languages and the audience section is done. Go below, go to the placement setting, make sure Advantage Plus Placements is enabled. If you click show more options, make sure you leave everything the way it is. After you filled in the ad set settings, you want to go here and for the ad set name, you want to put the name of the interest you targeted. So we targeted boxing, so I'm going to go here and I'm going to call it boxing. Once the ad set is done, next you want to go to the ad creative level. So go here and click V1. And in here, we want to put the ad that we want to run, right? So remember, when you purchase video ads from Viral Ecom Ads, Fiverr, Bands Off Media or Winning Ads Media, they will give you 3 to 4 different variations of ads that you can use in your ad creatives. So you want to upload all 3 variations into the same ad set. So you want to go below and select your Facebook page. Make sure the branded content ad is unchecked. Go below and click manual upload. And we want to upload a single image or video. So go here, click single image or video, go below and click upload. Add video. And we want to go ahead and we want to upload the video we got. So boxing resistance bands V1. Once it's been uploaded, go ahead and click next. And you want to leave all this as original. And then in your primary text, you want to write the one core value proposition of purchasing the product. So here we're going to write the boxing resistance bands help increase your speed, explosiveness, and power. Get yours now. So you always want to put the one core value proposition of purchasing the product. Leave the primary text short, don't make it too long, and just be benefit focused. After that, you want to go below and set the heading. So we're just going to call the heading Boxing Resistance Band. And then in here, you can put an offer, you can put the name of the product. If you have free shipping, 50% off, you can write that here as well. And I'm going to put 50% off today only. Once you put the description in, make sure you go below, and for the call to action, make it shop now. So find shop now and then go below and go to the website destination. You want to put the product page of the product you're promoting. Don't put the home page. Don't put anything else here. So in this video, we're going to be promoting the boxing resistance bands. So go to your product listing and copy and paste it and put it into the website URL. Once that's done, the ad is created. If you go below, and this is our ad here. As you can see, the page, the primary text, the video ad, the headline, description, and call to action. And that's all you need to set your first Facebook ad. Once you've done that, you want to exit out of it and you want to duplicate this ad. You want to duplicate the ad and create the other two variations. So go here and click duplicate. So you want to go to the other ads and call it V2 and V3. And in here, you want to upload the other variations of your ads. So V2, I'm going to go below once again and I'm going to click edit media, change video, and I'm going to upload the second variation of this ad creative. And then click next, click done. And then once again, I'm going to go to V3 and I'm going to add in the third variation of this ad creative. Click add video, click upload, and here's the third variation. So once again, you want to have at least 3 to 4 different variations of your ad creative so Facebook can test and find the best performing one. So once that's done, we're done here at the ad level. Now what I want you guys to do is, once you've made all of your ads, I want you to hit publish and do nothing until all of the ads get approved. Now the reason for this is, if for any reason your ads are not compliant and your ads get rejected, if you create multiple ad sets, your whole ad account will get banned. So once you've created this first ad set, publish it and make sure it gets approved before creating more. If your ads are fully approved, once that's done, you're going to go back to the ad set level and you want to duplicate the ad set 4 more times. In each duplicate, you want to have a different interest. So we're going to pick different interests from here. The first one I'm going to do is kickboxing. So I'm going to go here and put kickboxing. Then I'm going to copy and paste this. And I'm going to go below to the interest section and remove boxing and only put in kickboxing. Then click kickboxing and this one's done. Once that's done, I'm going to go to the next one. And in here, I'm going to write Everlast. Everlast boxing. Go up top and I'm going to call it Everlast. For the next ad set, I'm going to do Showtime Boxing. Once again, you need to make sure you research all of the interests, spend the time to go on Facebook, study your customer, and make sure you pick the right interests. So Showtime Boxing, I'm going to go below, I'm going to copy and paste Showtime Boxing. And then for the final one, I'm going to do Mike Tyson. So once again, remember, you want to do one interest per ad set so you can isolate the best performing audiences. Go up here and we're going to write Mike Tyson. So once that's done, go through all of the ad sets. Make sure once again you optimize for purchase. If you haven't optimized for purchase, your ad data means nothing and you'll need to start over. Once that's done, all you want to do is go here, click review and publish, and your Facebook ads should be ready to go. Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your Facebook ad metrics. It's very important to set up your ad metrics on your dashboard so you know exactly what you need to analyze when it comes to running your ads. So to get started, all you have to do is go to columns and click customize columns, and we're going to remove all of the existing ones. Okay, so the first column you want to set up is delivery. This will tell you if your ads are active, in review, processing, scheduled, or rejected. So it's important to have delivery. After delivery, you have the budget. This will tell you how much money you're going to spend on each individual campaign or ad set. After that, you have purchases. Purchases is how many people have bought from your ad. So go here and click total, and then you can uncheck these 2 boxes. After purchases, you have reach. Reach is how many people have seen your ad. And then you have impressions. Impressions is how many times your ads have been seen. The reach is how many people have seen your ad. The impressions is how many times your ads have been seen. For example, you might have a reach of 100 people, but your impressions might be 200. That means that 100 people have seen your ads 2 times. After impressions, you have the cost per purchase. This is the most important metric in your ads manager. It will tell you how much it costs to get a purchase with your ad. So go here and click cost. After cost per purchase, you have amount spent. Amount spent is how much money you've spent on the ad so far. And then you have the purchase conversion value. The purchase conversion value will tell you how much money your ads have made back. For example, if you've spent $10 on ads and you made back $100, the purchase conversion value will show you that value. So go here and click value. And then once again, you can turn off these 2 options. After that, enable the purchase ROAS. The purchase ROAS is your return on ad spend. So the return on ad spend is if you've spent $10 on ads and you've made back $100, that's a 10x ROAS. For every $1 you put in, you get $10 back. Once you've added the ROAS, go here and uncheck this box too. After ROAS, you want to add the schedule. The schedule just tells you the start date and the end date of your current ads. Then you have frequency. The frequency is how many times your ads have been seen. After that, you have the ranking. So there are 3 separate rankings here. You have the quality ranking, which ranks the perceived quality of your ad. Then you have the engagement rate ranking, which ranks the engagement of your ad. So your clicks, your likes, your comments, and shares. And then you have the conversion rate ranking. This ranks the expected conversion rate of your ad. After this, you have the CPM. The CPM is the cost per 1,000 impressions. This is how much it costs to reach 1,000 people with your ad. Every country is different. Every niche is different. Every product is different. Every ad account is different. So this metric here will just give you an idea about how much it costs to reach 1,000 people. And then you have the link CTR. Now on CTR, make sure you enable the link CTR. This will tell you what percentage of people click through to your website from your ad. For example, from 100 people, if 3 people click onto your website, your link CTR would be 3%. Next, you have link clicks. The link clicks is how many people have clicked through onto your website after seeing your ad. And then you have cost per link click, which is your cost per link click. Next, you have the add to cart. This is how many people have added to cart after seeing your ad. So go here and click total. And then once again, go below and uncheck these 2 options. And then you have the cost per add to cart, which is your cost per add to cart. And then finally, you have your initiate checkout. This is how many people have initiated checkout on your website. So go here and click total, scroll below, uncheck these 2 options, and then finally put your cost per initiate checkout, which is your cost per initiate checkout. Go below, click save as preset and call it whatever you like. I'm going to call it data, and then click apply. And then go here to columns and click set as default. So now your ads dashboard is set up. As you can see, all of the columns are showing here on the ads manager. And now you can analyze your ads from all this data. Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to give you the TikTok ad strategy that I recommend for testing your first product. So first, why TikTok ads? TikTok was the most downloaded app in 2022 for the 3rd year running. It's rapidly growing, it's taken over the world, and they have over 1 billion monthly active users. Their users are extremely engaged, and over 90% of their users use the app multiple times per day. TikTok is the new wave. It's absolutely taken over the world, and if you can advertise on this platform and get a profitable campaign running, you can make a lot of money. In addition, on the organic side of things, it's very easy to go viral, and it is still the easiest platform to grow an account on without spending any money on ads. So if you don't have the budget for paid ads, make sure you're doing organic TikTok, as this opportunity will not last forever. Compared to Facebook ads, they have a lot better customer service. With Facebook ads, many people have issues with account bans and so on. With TikTok ads, it's a lot rarer and they have much better customer service. So how it differs from Facebook ads? Now, if you can run Facebook ads, you can run TikTok ads. It has a very similar interface, and TikTok themselves just ripped off Facebook. So You still have campaigns, ad sets now renamed to ad groups and ads. TikTok ads tends to be a lot less competitive than Facebook ads. Facebook has been around for a very long time, therefore the advertising platforms on there are a lot more expensive. However, as TikTok is a fairly new platform, the conversion rates tend to be lower. In addition, when people are on their TikTok feed, they're watching short videos, it's really harder to sell a product properly with short form content. So that's why the conversion rates on TikTok tend to be lower. But you do also get cheaper ad costs, so it should offset the lower conversion rate. It requires a higher minimum daily budget than Facebook ads, right? You have to spend at least $20 per ad group as opposed to any budget on Facebook ads. And the one main drawback of TikTok ads currently is you can only target one region. If you're based in Europe, you can only target Europe. If you're based in North America, you can only target North America. So for right now, you can only target one region. In addition, if you're based in the EU, you have to pay VAT on all of your ad spend. So in the UK, for example, for all of your ad spend, you have to pay a 20% VAT. If you spend £100 on ads, you have to pay £120 for the same ads due to VAT. Now, you can obviously claim this back from the government once your VAT registered, but it's not really ideal for beginners. And finally, you may need a business to get approved. In many countries, to run ads on TikTok, they will ask for business verification. So unless you have an LLC or a limited company, you may not be able to run ads on TikTok. And finally, due to limited targeting, the products that perform best on TikTok tend to be broader products that a lot of people can buy. Products that are generally viral, trendy, problem solving, and products that are really cool, unique hacks. So on TikTok ads, the type of products that perform well are different to Facebook ads. So next, sourcing creative. Just like Facebook, just like any ad platform, creative is the most important variable for TikTok ad success. And remember, a good creative only comes from a winning product. There are two ways to source creative. You either film it yourself or you buy it online. So for TikTok ads, as it's a very UGC platform, which means user-generated content platform, the style of content that does very well isn't usually content that has a high production value. It can be very easy to film your own content and run that as ads. So to film your own content, you have to order samples of your product. You can get it from Amazon, AliExpress, eBay, and you do need some basic photography and videography skills. It has a lower skill barrier than Facebook ads, so for many of you, you might want to film your own creative for TikTok ads. In addition, you can always send products to influencers. You need to go on Instagram and you need to reach out to influencers and ask them if they can film content for you in exchange for a free product. But I don't recommend this. For most of you, I recommend buying creatives online. You can buy creatives from viral ecom ads, Bands Off ads, Billo, and Fiverr. I recommend viral ecom ads and Bands Off ads for testing products. What these guys do is they go online, they go to YouTube, Vimeo, AliExpress, they look for content online, they clip it and they edit it together to make a video ad for you. In addition, if you want to get custom content, you can get that from Billo or Fiverr. So with this method, you have to send products to influencers, you have to physically send the product, and they will film content for you. And you can do this once you start scaling. But in the beginning, I recommend using viral ecom ads or Bands Off ads to get video ads for testing. Now, both of these services have been kind enough to give the real world students a 25% discount off their services. So if you go to their website, you can use the discount code TheRealWorld25 to get 25% off. So here we are on viral ecom ads. I'm going to give you guys a quick walkthrough of their website and which package I recommend getting for TikTok ads. So here we are on their website. I usually recommend getting the TikTok split testing package. So as you can see here, they'll give you one video ad with 3 different intro variations. When you have 3 intro variations, TikTok ads will show each variation to different users so they can find the best performing one. With this package, I recommend getting TikTok text and TikTok voiceover. So in total, the package costs $70, but with a 25% discount, that price is a lot lower. And you get unlimited revisions within 7 days. With video ad services, you have to work with them to get the right video ad for you. You may need a couple of drafts to get the right video. So next, here we are on Bands Off ads. I generally recommend Bands Off ads for TikTok ads as they have the best package. So here we are on their dashboard, and we're going to log into their client portal, and I'm going to show you which package I recommend. Here we are in their client portal. Go here to services and go to TikTok and vertical. And I recommend getting the TikTok ad package. You get one TikTok ad with 3 variations, and it includes TikTok text-to-speech, viral TikTok sounds, and the TikTok text-to-speech voiceover. And it's only $55 before the discount code. So I recommend getting this package on Bands Off ads. Next you have Billo. With Billo, we're getting into custom content. You have to order your product and send it physically to influencers. So they will film custom content for you that nobody else has. So as you can see, a basic quality UGC video costs $59. It's all custom content, but I don't recommend it for testing. It can take between 2 to 4 weeks to get your video ads back, and I don't recommend doing this if you're just testing a product, but it is good for scaling. And finally, you have Fiverr. It's a great marketplace. To get videos on Fiverr, go here and write e-commerce video production, and then you can go ahead and find a seller who can make custom video ads for you. Make sure they film custom content for you. You don't want them to do what viral e-com ads or bands of ads can do, because it won't be cheaper and the quality won't be as good. Next, setting up your ads manager. To run ads on TikTok, you need to get a TikTok ad account. You're not using your TikTok profile. You're not using the usual TikTok app. So you need to get a TikTok ad account to run ads on. When you sign up for TikTok ads, you might need a business to get approved. If you don't have a business, they may not approve you and you won't be able to run ads on TikTok. Once you've got an account, you want to download the TikTok Shopify app, or if that's not available, you want to use an alternative app like Tixel. These apps will set up the TikTok pixel on your site, so you'll be ready to run ads. And finally, have your ad copy and creatives ready before running ads. The TikTok ad strategy that I recommend for testing new products. So the daily budget for TikTok ads is at least $60 per day, and I want you to run 3 ad groups at $20 each. Make sure you enable ad group budget optimization and not campaign budget optimization. Next, you want to run a website conversions campaign and optimize for complete payment. Always optimize for complete payment. If you optimize for any other objective, such as add to cart or view content, you won't be getting sales. And make sure you enable the TikTok manual placement. You only want your ads to show on the TikTok app. Next, you want to pick 3 interests that fit your product and audience. Ideally 1 million and above in size. In regards to TikTok interest ideas, you want to browse categories and find interests that are relevant to your niche. In addition, you can test general keywords and you can test broad targeting. On TikTok, the interest targeting is nowhere near as powerful as Facebook ads, so there'll be fewer interests to target. As a result, broader targeting tends to perform better on TikTok. Next, you want to put 3 to 4 creatives in each ad group so TikTok can optimize and show the best performing one to each individual person. And then you want to wait 24 to 48 hours for TikTok ads to spend. When you optimize for complete payment, it can take TikTok a very long time to start spending. If you've launched a TikTok ad and it's active and it's still not spending, don't worry, it takes some time. Wait between 24 to 48 hours for your ads to start spending. Once they start spending, leave your ad groups to run for between 2 to 3 days before analyzing results. If this seems confusing to you, don't worry. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to set up a TikTok ad campaign so you know exactly what to do.
We are on the TikTok Ads Manager. So once you've signed up for your account, this is the page you'll be put onto. TikTok Ads Manager is very easy to navigate. You have your dashboard, you have your campaign, you have your assets, which is like your pixel, your creatives, your audiences, then you have reporting. So once you've signed up, come to this page here and click create an ad to get your first ad made. And then you want to click custom mode. This is very similar to the Facebook Ads Manager. If you can run Facebook ads, you can run TikTok ads. So advertising objective, as always, you want to optimize for conversions. You can ignore all of these ad options here. You won't need them. Then campaign name, you want to put your product name down. Now I'm going to put product name. Ignore create split test. Ignore campaign budget optimization. And in terms of budget, make sure it's checked. We're going to set the budget on the ad group level. Once you've done that, just hit continue. And for your ad group name, just like Facebook, I'd put my interest name here. Next, you want to go down, you want to click website for your promotion type, and you want to click your TikTok pixel. So if you follow the tutorial, you should have your TikTok pixel installed already, and it should be here. And you want to click TikTok pixel, optimization event, you want to click complete payment. So this is the same as purchase on Facebook. You always want to optimize for complete payment. Next, placements, click select placement, and uncheck newsfeed and Pangle. You only want to run ads on TikTok. Then go down here, ignore the automated creative optimization, and then for custom targeting, come down here and put your location in. Now, this TikTok account here is a UK TikTok account, so I only have the option to target European countries. So for now, I'm going to put the UK. If you're in the US, put in US and Canada, and if you're in Australia, put down Australia and New Zealand. I do hope that TikTok allows you to target broader in the future, but for now, this is all you have. And for languages, leave it as no limit. For gender, no limit, unless it's a very gender-specific product, right? For age, you want to put 18 to 24, 25 to 34, 35 to 44, 45 to 54, and 55 plus. Now, the 13 to 17 age here, these people don't have any money, right? And even depending on your product, you can even, target 25 plus. But for now, we're just going to put 18 plus. Then, you want to ignore this here, ignore these options. And here you can do your interest targeting. Now, interest targeting, like I mentioned, compared to Facebook, it's very, very primitive, right? On Facebook, you have hundreds of targeting options. On TikTok, there's not very much. So the first way to find interests is you want to browse the categories here. So depending on your products, you want to go through and, go through each category and, find interests that align with your product and audience. So let's say we're going to sell a dog product, for example. We can go into here and we can target, pet food. So let's say we want to target pet food. It's a 2.7 million audience size. Let's say we want to target, pet grooming. If you want to sell like a pet brush, it's an 8 million, roughly 8 million audience size. So you can try different interests in here. So you can do, we want to start with at least 3 ad groups. You can do 1 ad group with pet food, 1 ad group with pet grooming, 1 ad group with household products. Go through each of these. And next, what you can also do is type in general keywords that relate to your product. So let's say we're going to sell a dog product. You want to write dog, and once it loads, you can try dog food. If you click dog food, once again, you have 2.2 million audience size here. Now, the issue with interest targeting and typing in general keywords is most of the audiences tend to be very small. So if I write dog food is pretty good. It has 2 million audience size. But dog collar, 9,000. Dog training, 1,000. Dog walking, 21,000. Dog beds, 23,000. If you go through most of these, most of these audiences have very little audience size. And, like I mentioned, you want to have an audience size of at least 500,000 to 1 million. So, sometimes you get lucky and you find one like dog food, which has 2 million. But otherwise, the best bet would be to go through the categories here and, go through options here. And once again, look, you can't specify if you want it to be cat food or dog food. So the issue with TikTok, once again, is the targeting is a lot more broader. But once again, the algorithm will scan your video. The algorithm will scan your website, your landing page, and look at the keywords on your ads. So it should still be able to target your ads to the right people. But just be aware of that. So let's say we're going to do pet food, right? We're going to do pet food. And what I would do is I would name the ad group pet food. So I know that I'm targeting pet food. Then you can also do, UK, 18 plus. You can also, name it like that as well. But I just tend to do just the interest name. Okay. Once that's done, you come down here. For device, you can leave all these options. For targeting expansion, I usually, keep it off. Then for daily budget, you want to spend at least $20 or £20 per day. The minimum per ad group is 20. So, you don't have a choice. You can spend more, but 20 is the absolute minimum. And the scheduling, you want to set it for the next day. So make sure you set it for the next day at midnight to ensure that your ads can spend properly throughout the entire day. Next, you want to go down here. Make sure you optimize for conversions. As always, you always want to optimize for purchases and conversions, and you can start with lowest cost in the beginning. Once you're done here, just hit next. And this is where you make your creative. So let's say we're going to do the resistance bands, right? I'll put the name of the product here, resistance bands V1. Come down here, and in the ad details, this is where you make your ad. So you want to click upload and upload your ad. I've already uploaded it here, so I'm going to click from library and confirm it. Make sure when you make your ad that you have the right dimensions. If you're filming it on your phone, you have to use the vertical camera. If you're buying it from Fiverr, from viral ecom ads and these different websites, when you buy it, make sure you get the TikTok package so they know to give you the right file format. So once your ad is uploaded, you want to go down here to text. Now, compared to Facebook, the text and TikTok ads, it can be very simple. There isn't a lot of space anyway. So let's say, for the resistance bands, improve your punching power with these bands. So you have 100 characters that you can use, but as you can see, it does cut off. So let's say I wanted to keep writing, 50% off. As you can see here, it cuts off. So, keep your ad copy short. Most people won't even read it. So, the most important thing for a TikTok ad is the actual video. Now, once you've done that, you want to come down, ignore these options, go to destination page, click website, click standard URL, make sure it's set to shop now. And then for your URL, put down your product page. So this will be the actual product page that your product is on. And once you put that down, just put google.com for now. Okay, https google.com. And then you want to click this box here so you can actually, agree to the advertising terms. And once you're done, come down here and just click submit. And that will be your first TikTok ad. So once your first ad is launched, it should show here in the campaign section. It's not showing for me because I didn't submit the ad. But as you can see, it's very similar to Facebook, whereas you have your campaign, you have your ad group, which is usually the ad set on Facebook, and you have your ad. Now, once you've launched, you should have one campaign, one ad group, and one ad. What you want to do is there should be an option here to duplicate your ad group. You want to duplicate your ad group 3 to 5 times and test a different interest in each ad group. And once you've done that, leave your ads running for a few days so you can see which ad group performs best.
Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your TikTok ads dashboard. It's very important that you add the right metrics to your dashboard so you know exactly what you need to analyze while you're running your ads. So to get started, go here to default columns and click custom columns, and go ahead and remove all of the columns here on the side. Okay, so the first column you want to have is the campaign name. So go here to name and put campaign name as well as ad group name. Next, you want to have your budget. So go here to objective and put in your campaign level budget and ad group level budget. After that, you want to have your purchases. So go here to page event and put in the complete payment total. Then you want your reach and impressions. So go to basic data and put in your reach. The reach is how many people have seen your ad. And then you have your impressions, which is how many times your ads have been seen overall. The difference between your reach and impressions is that the reach is how many people have seen your ad, and impressions is how many times your ads have been seen. For example, you might have a reach of 100 people, but 200 impressions. This means that 100 people have seen your ads 2 times. Next, you want to get your cost per complete payment. So go here to page event and go to cost per complete payment. After that, you want your purchase conversion value. So go here and click total value. This will give you a dollar figure for the amount of purchases you have. After that, you want to get your complete payment ROAS. So this is the ROAS on that ad spend. For example, if you've spent $10 on ads and you made back $100, you have a 10x ROAS. For every $1 you put into ads, you get $10 back. Next, you have your frequency, which is the average number of times each person has seen your ad. So go here and click frequency. After frequency, the next metric is CPM. The CPM is your cost per 1,000 impressions. It will tell you how expensive your ads cost. So every country is different, every niche is different, every product is different, every ad account is different. So the CPM will tell you how much it costs to reach 1,000 people. After that, you have your CTR, and this is the percentage of people that click through to your website after seeing your ad. From 100 people, if 3 people click through to your website, you'll have a 3% CTR. Next, you have your clicks. This is how many people have clicked onto your ad. After that, you have your CPC, which is your cost per click. Next, you have your add to carts. So go here to page event, go to add to cart and click total. And then after that, get your cost per add to cart. This is your cost for each add to cart. And then finally, you have your initiate checkouts, which is how many people have initiated checkout on your website. And then you have your cost per initiate checkout, which is your cost for every checkout. And now all you have to do is go here and click save as preset columns. You can name it whatever you like. I'm going to name it data, and then go ahead and click confirm. And now all of our columns are set up. Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to analyze your paid ad results. This guide is applicable to both Facebook and TikTok ads. So first, the overall strategy. Once you start running paid ads, you need to leave them for at least 2 to 3 days to optimize. The algorithm takes time to learn who your ideal customer is. You need to spend money to give it data to look for that customer. So once you start running ads, unless your metrics are absolutely terrible, you need to wait 2 to 3 days before really analyzing it. Make sure you know your break-even cost per purchase and ROAS. This is how much you can spend on getting a new customer without losing money. So you can always use online calculators for this. For example, if your product cost and shipping is $10 and you're selling a product for $20, your profit margin is $10, which means you need to get a customer for less than $10 to be profitable. If you spend more, you're unprofitable. So you need to know your break-even cost per purchase and ROAS before running ads. And with your paid ads, the key metrics that you need to analyze are the link cost per click, which is how much it costs to get one person onto your website from your ad, the link click-through rate, which is what percentage of people click through to your website after seeing the ad, and the cost per purchase and ROAS overall. And the reason I say overall is because the ads manager might show you one sale, but on Shopify, you might have two. So you need to really look at the overall picture to make the judgments. As for all of these metrics, you can set everything up on the ads manager. I've shown you how to do that in a separate video. So next, the ideal metrics. The link cost per click is how much it costs to get somebody to click onto your website. This measures how good your ad is at generating interest. And ideally, you want to have a link cost per click of under $1. Now, depending on your niche, the link cost per click can vary. In certain niches, such as beauty, the cost per click could be higher, but you might be profitable. In other niches, your cost per click might be a lot lower, but you may not be profitable. So do the math. If you get a standard 3% conversion rate, this means that 1 out of 33 people purchase from your website. If each click costs you $1, that means that your cost per purchase will be $33. Can you afford that? This is why your margins must be strong. Your margins must be strong in order to afford advertising. That's why I tell you guys to have a 3 to 5x markup on your product so you can make sure you can afford paid ads. Now, obviously, the conversion rate can vary. You might have a lower conversion rate or a higher conversion rate. In addition, your cost per click can vary. You might have a higher cost per click or a lower cost per click. But in general, you do need to do the math to make sure you have enough profit margins to be profitable. Next, the link CTR is what percentage of people click through onto your website after viewing your ad. It is directly correlated to your link CPC. If you have a higher link CTR, you will have a lower link CPC. And ideally, you want to have a link CTR of around 1 to 3%. In certain niches, you can be profitable with a very low CTR. But ideally, you want to have a CTR of around 1 to 3%, if not more. And finally, cost per purchase is how much it costs to acquire a new customer. Ideally, your ad campaigns should be profitable or at worst breaking even. If you're breaking even, it means you can optimize it and improve it to make it profitable. And finally, the ROAS is your return on ad spend. For example, if you spend $1 on ads and you make back $2 in revenue, you have a 2 ROAS. So the ROAS is also a good metric to analyze. So funnel troubleshooting. It's very important that you learn how to read your data accurately. It's one of the most important skills you need to have to run paid ads. The answer to your question is always in the numbers. Now, once again, you have to leave your ads for 2 to 3 days before making judgments and analyzing results. Facebook and TikTok, they need time to learn who your ideal customer is. So make sure you don't make judgments too early. Now, the exception to this is if your ad results are absolutely terrible and way off target on day one. For example, if you have a $3 cost per click with a 0.2% CTR. Now, this is just an example. A $3 cost per click can also be good because it depends on the CPM, which is why you need to look at the CTR and CPC together. The CPM is how much it costs for 1,000 people to see your ad. You might have a very high CPM, which gives you a high cost per click. For example, a $3 cost per click with a 0.2% CTR is not the same as a $3 cost per click with a 3% CTR. So you need to look at both metrics together to really make a judgment on your CPC. More importantly, the only metric that truly matters is your cost per purchase and ROAS. Link CPC and link CTR are only indicators. You could have very cheap link CPCs and very high link CTRs, but if nobody's purchasing, those ads aren't good. So these are only indicators. The most important metric is your cost per purchase. Are you profitable? Are you making money? That is the question you have to ask. Now, once you're running ads, there are 3 scenarios that you're going to face. Based on this, you should always know what your next moves are so you can continue to stay consistent. I'm going to go into detail regarding each of these 3 scenarios right now. So the first scenario, the best scenario. profitable. If your ads are profitable after 2 to 3 days, you're in a great position. This means that the market likes your product and you have the potential now to really scale it. So after 3 days, if your ROAS is higher than 2, you can start scaling your ad sets in order to bring more sales in. Now, scaling means increasing the budget. There are 2 ways to do this. You can either increase the budget on the existing ad set or you can duplicate it. Both methods work, but it depends on your account. Now, the method I recommend is duplication. When you increase a budget on an existing ad set, the learning phase resets, which means you could lose all the performance you had, which is why I recommend duplicating the ad set. And when you duplicate an ad set, make sure you keep the original one running. So once again, the first method, you can increase the budget by up to 50% on an ad set, and make sure you do this at 12 AM. Once you increase the budget, your ads will go back into the learning phase, so make sure you give it 2 to 3 days to really optimize after scaling the budget. The second method and the preferred method is to duplicate the ad set. With this method, you can scale much faster. You can duplicate the ad set and double the budget. So you can go from $10 per ad set to $20 per ad set. And once you've launched the ad set, make sure you leave it for 2 to 3 days to optimize once again. And if you're profitable, you just keep on repeating this process. The second scenario, breaking even. If your ads are breaking even or you're slightly profitable, you're also in a good position. The market wants your product, but you just need to optimize your ads and make your messaging clearer. In this case, you should test new creatives and new audiences. And generally, as you scale, your ROAS will decrease. In the beginning, when you start running ads, Facebook and TikTok really go after people who are most interested in purchasing. But as they go after broader people, your ROAS will decrease. So even if you're slightly profitable, you should still be testing new creatives and new audiences to really make it a lot more profitable. So once you scale, the dip in ROAS will still keep you profitable. For creatives, you can test a new thumbnail or a new opening scene of the video ad that's working. Make sure you make small iterations of the video ad and not completely change it, as it's very close to profitable. The ad is working, but it needs to be optimized and improved to just push it over the edge. For audiences, look at your best performing interests and duplicate them with similar interests from the suggestions tab. So for example, if you're selling a fitness product, if Nike is working, try targeting Adidas, a very similar interest to the one that's working. In addition, make sure you improve your website to increase the conversion rate. Make sure you have higher quality product images, product reviews, a faster site speed, and better product description. The more you can improve your website, the higher your conversion rate will be, which will reduce your cost per purchase. And finally, the last scenario, losing money. If your ads are losing money after 2 to 3 days of running them, you may need to start over with a new product. If you're close to breaking even, if you're within 20%, you can test new ad creatives and audiences by referring to scenario 2. A few changes may suddenly make your ads profitable. An example of this is if you've spent $100 on ads and made back $120 in revenue, but if your product costs were $40, your loss was $20. So after spending $100, you've only lost $20. In that situation, you may need to test new ad creatives and audiences to make it profitable. However, if your results are far from successful, move on to a new product. So for example, if you've spent $100 on ads and only made back $50 in revenue, not even including product costs, then you're very far from profitable. It could be a sign that there's no demand for that product. You want to move on to a new one and repeat this process over and over again until you find a profitable campaign. Remember, this is a numbers game. The faster you test in this game without emotion, the better.
Alright guys, in this video, I'm going to talk about scaling paid advertising once you have a profitable campaign. So first, what to know before scaling. Before you start scaling, it is incredibly important that you have a strong ROAS. Why? Because the performance will decline as you scale, as the Facebook and TikTok ad algorithms will target less qualified users. However, if the volume offsets the lower ROAS, you will make more money. So let's say you're testing a product and you're spending $100 per day and you're getting a 5 ROAS, which means for every $100 you spend, you make back $500. However, once you start scaling, that return on ROAS will come down. You might go from making a 5 ROAS at $100 per day ad spend to making a 3 ROAS at $500 per day ad spend. However, as you're getting more volume in, if that volume offsets the lower ROAS, you will make more money. Now, the reason for this is because once you start running ads at a low budget, Facebook will show your ads to the most qualified buyers, to the people who are most likely to purchase. However, once you start scaling, Facebook will have to show your ad to less qualified buyers in order to scale. As a result, the performance will decline and your ROAS will go down. So before you start scaling, you need to have a very strong ROAS. Next, not all products scale. Some products cap out at $500 to $1,000 per day, just because the market for the product is too small. Now, this is an issue you might face in smaller European countries. So if you're in the US, most products can scale a lot bigger. But if you're in, for example, if you're in Sweden, the markets are a lot smaller, so your products may cap out a lot faster. And the reason for this is because not enough people are in market to purchase right now. The audience just isn't there. So when you're running paid ads on Facebook and you're optimizing for conversions, for purchase, Facebook is targeting people who are most likely to purchase right now. So there's only a set amount of those people every single day. So what happens is once you start spending more money and you reach that cap, any more money you spend will no longer be profitable. So not all products scale. Some products just cap out at $500 to $1,000. If you do get to that range and you can no longer scale, you might need to test a new product or test a new offer on your product to try and reach more people. Next, make sure the backend systems are fully set up. Make sure you have good customer service, a good product, and a good customer experience. When you're scaling, Facebook will start sending customer feedback surveys to your customers. And if you get poor customer feedback, Facebook will ban your ad account. So you need to make sure that you have very good customer service. Make sure you reply to every email within 12 hours. If you don't want to do this yourself, hire a VA. Use a software such as Zendesk to make the customer service easier. Make sure you have a good product. Make sure you've sampled the product and the quality is good. And overall, you want to have a good customer experience. So don't use AliExpress at this stage. If you have consistent orders, you should have a sourcing agent right now, which means the shipping times will be a lot faster and everything will be more controlled. So make sure the backend systems are completely set up. And finally, make sure you have cash flow ready for scaling. Don't scale too fast. Be prepared for Shopify and PayPal to hold your money. So this is very common. Once you start scaling, because it's risky for PayPal and Shopify, they put a hold on your account. Usually they say, okay, we're going to hold 20% of your revenue for 60 days. So you need to operate on 80% of your revenue. So make sure you don't scale too fast and you have enough money ready to pay for orders and to pay for Facebook ad costs. So next, scaling budgets. There are two ways to increase the budget on Facebook. Number one, you duplicate an ad set or campaign at a higher budget. Or number two, you increase the budget on the existing ad set / campaign. Both methods work, but it depends on your ad account. So you should test it out and see for yourself. So I usually start with duplicating budgets. And the reason for this is when you increase the budget on an existing ad set, Facebook has to re-optimize again and all your learning gets restarted. As a result, sometimes if you have a good ad set and you increase the budget, the performance fully declines. So I prefer to duplicate budgets first before increasing the budget. So to duplicate the budget, you can duplicate the ad set at up to 2 times the daily budget and leave it to run for between 3 to 4 days before analyzing results. If you're profitable, you can duplicate it again and increase the budget. So this is a safe method of doing it. When you do duplicate an ad set, make sure you leave the old one running unless it stops performing. And next, to increase budgets on an ad set, you can increase the budget by up to 50% at 12 a.m. and leave it to run for between 3 to 4 days before analyzing results. If it's profitable, once again, just repeat the process. And it's good to do this at 12 a.m. so the budget increase can be spread out throughout the entire day. And finally, if you already have a good set of winning audiences and creative, you can put them into a CBO campaign. A CBO campaign spends the budget at the campaign level and will spread out your budget across all of the ad sets. So that's also a great method of scaling. And obviously, to increase the budget on that, you can duplicate the CBO or you can increase the budget by 50% every few days. So this is the main way to scale a budget on an ad set. It's very simple. The most important thing with scaling is your copy, creative, and product. So going into the Facebook ad account and trying all these strategies and tactics isn't really going to move the needle. The most important thing is having a good copy, good creative, good product, and then you can scale. So stage one. Stage one is interest expansion. At this stage, you can expect to get to $500 to $1,000 per day in revenue. So with interest expansion, the goal is to create a base of profitable interests in your ad account. Now, if you're in the scaling stage, you should already be profitable and have creatives that convert. So you should continue testing new interests. If you're not profitable right now, you can't scale. Because like I said earlier, if you scale something that isn't profitable, it won't work as the ROAS will go down and you'll just lose more money. So you should test 5 to 10 new interests every single week. Scale the best performing ones by duplicating or increasing the budget, and kill the worst performing ones. You can test general keywords in your niche, different brands, magazines, TV shows, and public figures. With interests, don't overthink it too much. Find interests that are relevant to your product and just test them. And in addition, you could test a broad ad set, which means an ad set with no targeting attached. And once again, you can scale interests via duplication or by increasing the budget. Stage 2, lookalike expansion. With this, you can scale to $1,000 per day. So at this stage, you want to create a base of profitable lookalike audiences in your ad account. A lookalike audience is an audience of people who share similar characteristics with your existing users. So, for example, if you give Facebook a list of 300 people that have purchased, Facebook will use their data to find similar customers to those 300 that you gave. So a lookalike audience is a very powerful way of scaling. Now, to use a lookalike audience, you want to have between 300 to 500 events. You can start doing them at 100 events. However, I found in my experience that that isn't enough data for Facebook to really optimize. So start doing this when you have 300 to 500 events. And these are the lookalikes that you can test: view content, add to cart, initiate checkout, purchase email list, which is an export of your purchases, and your email list, which is just an export of your email list. And next, test these sizes at 1% lookalike, 3% lookalike, 5% lookalike, and 10% lookalike. When you're creating the lookalike audiences in Facebook, you can choose the size. And if you're in a smaller country, go broader. So if you're in Netherlands, for example, a 1% lookalike may be too small. You might want to test a 10% lookalike just to start with. And once again, you can scale these via duplication or by increasing the budget. Next, stage 3, broad expansion. And with this, you can infinitely scale. With this method, you can scale to 10, 20, 30K per day, depending on how broad your product is. So if you're already doing over $1,000 per day in revenue and your product is broad enough to scale mass market, you can expand with broad targeting. And with this method, you take your best performing creatives and add them into a CBO campaign. In this campaign, you have one CBO campaign, you have 3 to 5 ad sets targeting broad, which means no targeting. And inside each ad set, you will have 3 ads. And you want to start this CBO at between $500 to $1,000 per day. So at this stage, you already have winning creatives, you already have a winning product, you should already have a lot of revenue and a lot of data in the ad account. Now, once again, at the ad set level, you're targeting broad. There's no targeting, there's no interest, there's nothing in there. You're just leaving it completely broad for the Facebook algorithm to optimize. And you can start this campaign at $500 to $1,000 per day. If it's profitable, you can scale via duplication or by increasing the budget. And by doing this, you should be able to infinitely scale your revenue until it's no longer profitable. Now, this just depends on your market size. If you have a broad mass market product, you can scale a lot bigger. If you have something that's not as mass market, you can't scale very much. So using this method, I was able to scale to 20K per day on one of my brands. As a bonus, here we are in one of my live ad accounts. I'm going to show you an example of this campaign structure at scale. So here we have 5 CBO campaigns that are duplicates of each other. And inside each CBO campaign, I have 5 ad sets that are completely broad. And inside each ad set, I have 3 ads. So as you can see here, I've duplicated the same CBO 5 times at $1,000 per day. And the reason for this is what I found is once I started scaling the budget past $1,000 per day, my cost per purchase increased. So I found that $1,000 per day was the limit at which I could get the highest ROAS and the highest volume. So what I did is I duplicated the CBO multiple times at the same budget. And as you can see, we have an $8.50 cost per purchase here. We've spent $200,000 on these 5 campaigns. As you know, on Facebook, the reporting tends to be a lot lower. The ROAS here is closer to 3.4. And, so that's around $200,000 spent for around $650,000 in revenue. We have an 80% gross margin here. If you take off around 5% for payment processing fees, you have a profit here of around $250,000. So the structure is very, very simple here. Inside each campaign, I have 5 different ad sets. So here we are inside one of the campaigns. As you can see, I have 5 different ad sets. All of these are targeting broad. Every single ad set in here is a duplicate of the other one. And inside the settings, everything is left broad. So here we are inside the ad set settings. As you can see, the audience size is 2.6 billion to 3 billion people. I've left it completely broad. I'm going completely worldwide. The location here is worldwide. Ages, I've left it completely broad. All genders, all interests, behaviors, demographics. There's nothing in here. There's no exclusions. Set it to all languages, automatic placements, and one-day click. So as you can see, there's no settings inside here. I've left it completely broad, and I've left it to Facebook to optimize.